in the nation. Seems like his stock is going up, Gabe.
Absolutely. Earns the major decision that time. His 5th major decision of the season. And Ohio now with a commanding 20-0 lead as we head to the 165-pound weight class. And it'll be Jack Leto against Braden Woodward.
Yeah, Leto, another great guy for the Bobcats. You know, when I've wrestled with Leto, he's one of those type of guys where he's got a death grip, and when he gets a hold of you, good luck breaking it. And, you know, everybody's strong in wrestling, right? And everybody's got good grips, but when you have a grip like Leto and when you can wear a guy down, that's where it really excels.
6-6 this season, 1-1 in duels. Does have 3 major decisions. Does Leto. Braden Woodward, meanwhile, a sophomore out of Canisto Greenwood, New York. 10-6 this season, 7-6 in duels. A couple of tech falls, couple of major decisions.
Leto's doing a good job here at rolling him over. He's trying to maintain position of the hips, but he's got his left boot caught by Woodward. Great job there by Woodward. Kind of a neutral position here. Referees may call it neutral. No points awarded yet. That's a great job there by Leto to turn that corner, get heavy, sprawl. Again, though, he doesn't have control yet. Now he does. Great job there by the referee. That's one of those tricky spots where it can go either way. Woodward's contesting. He doesn't think it was a call. Neither does John Stutzman there. Haven't seen a challenge brick yet tonight, Gabe, but he might throw it here as he talks it over with the ref. He does not think there was control. It really all comes down to Jack Leto cutting to the hips there. Looks like he had control on both ankles, but yeah, I mean, that could go either way. You got a guy in Woodward who had control of his ankles. Leto's on top, though. Got control of his legs. Woodward looks like he's being attended to here.
Yeah, they were looking at the lower body of Woodward there.
But we'll see how the referee calls it. Jack Leto, another grinder for the Bobcats. He's got an MMA career outside of wrestling. So he's a guy that loves everything. As we see in this replay, it'll be interesting to see how the referees decide to call it. The closest referee to the action there on the right side of your screen saw it as a takedown. I don't know that there's enough to overturn it, but we'll see. Yeah, just kind of working on the ankles there. It looks like once Woodward turned over there from his back to kind of his stomach, flipped over, that the referees then called that a takedown. Both referees convening, looking at a lot of different camera angles here, trying to see more than just where the referee was standing. John Stutzman, though, fired up as always, trying to get his wrestler Woodward into this. Taking their time with this one, Gabe, as we look at another replay here. Again, both wrestlers in on each other's boots. Woodward falls over on the mat. We'll see how it's called. And they'll keep it a takedown. That's kind of what I thought.
Yep.
Different referees might see it differently on the mat, but once you call it a takedown, you've got to really have evidence that it's not to be able to overturn it. So John Stutzman probably not too happy about that one. Jack Leto back on top here. We've got 1 minute and 30 seconds here to go in this first period.
Leto won at Gardner-Webb by major decision, 14-4 his last time on the mat. It's just 9-15 last year. Again, 6-6 this season. Meanwhile, Woodward 10-6 this season, 7-6 in duels. Transfer from Buffalo, where he went 4-6 last year. Did not compete in a duel, however, last year.
Yeah, and that's another big transfer portal, it seems like. for Bloomsburg. A lot of guys coming from Buffalo, more than just Coach Stutzman. You got several guys on the roster today, several guys that have wrestled today that are transferred from Buffalo to Bloomsburg. So seems to be a big pipeline there for that school. Both wrestlers shooting here. Woodward's on top, being heavy. 2 underhooks here. That's what's really giving Lido problems. Now Woodward in on the head. Tries to drive him down. Lido again back to neutral position, shakes it off.
Final 10 seconds.
Takedown would put Woodward in the lead with that escape point. He's got 2 underhooks now. And Woodward, he wants to be down. He had success with that early, got a quick break, and he's going to want to do it again. Jack Lido, another grinder for the Bobcats. Talked to him this morning before his duel. I said, what are you confident in heading into this matchup? He said, really, I'm just confident in the work ethic that Coach Greenlee instills in us. I'm confident in the training. He said, we work so hard, it gives us confidence in our toughness and preparation that once they do hit the mat and once they do wrestle, they know they can use that toughness and that confidence to get the job done. Still in the lead is Jack Lido. But Woodward with 2 great escape points. He's done a good job at that tonight, but you got to do something when you get back to your feet. Lido still the only one with the takedown.
Ohio leads 20-0 in team points tonight. It was the pin by Tennyson over Justin Jones to get things started, and then Meek with an 11-0 major decision over Gavin Martin. Abe Hermes an 8-4 decision over Richie Woods. Paul Wu an 8-5 decision over Dustin Elliott. And then Derek Rake an 11-2 major decision over William Morrow.
Jack Lido, again, low in on this ankle, and another similar, almost exact situation that we saw that was being contested where they called it a takedown for Lido. Though Woodward doing a great job, though, this time at being on top, used his hips there and his thighs to drive him over. Now he's looking to maintain control. Not called yet, though, because Lido has a nice grip there on the leg. Both guys just kind of rolling into each other's weights. It's a tricky situation to be in. They'll call that neutral. Stalemate and back to the center. Referee also may not have wanted another yelling to from John Stutzman. Lido back in on this collar tie that we've seen him work so much tonight.
It'll be the end of the second period. Woodward trying to get Bloomsburg on the board tonight. Down a point headed into the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, he'd be the first wrestler to win a duel here for Bloomsburg. Something to cut this lead down at least a little bit. Right now, Ohio as a team leads 20-0 over Bloomsburg. The major decisions that Gabe just highlighted in the pin in the first match, really what's separating these two teams. Another escape point for Lido this time. Gives him a 2-point lead. A takedown for Woodward would still give him the lead. Nice drive there on that single. Woodward does such a good job, though, that he may not necessarily sprawl traditionally, but once he knows a shot is deep enough, he's going to turn around and he's going to try and grab a leg, an arm, a hip, anything. And that's what gets us in these awkward positions that we're seeing right now in these neutral calls. Woodward's still working on that left leg of Lido. Referee doesn't see anything for either wrestler yet. Lido trying to keep heavy with his hips here. Great job to sprawl out. Trying whatever he can to break this grip is Lido. Tremendous job by Woodward.
Under a minute. 4-2 Lido.
Woodward still holding on to this ankle. Nice job to roll around. Now we're kind of in the opposite position here where Lido has his leg and Woodward's on top. Kind of what we've seen all match. Final 30 seconds. Woodward's going to have to do something here and drive him over, get control. A takedown would put him in the league, and he's got 20 seconds to do so. Coach doesn't call anything yet. Lido needs to hang on and not let him get a takedown that he can't counter.
Took a quick look at the clock, under 10 seconds.
I don't know if I like him going to his back like that. Referee doesn't call anything, though. Lido wise enough to keep the grip, stay steady, and get the win by decision.
He wins by decision. I'll tell you what, though. If Woodward would have had another 10 seconds or so, that would have been real close.
That would have been real close, and we might have saw a different outcome, but Lido nonetheless.